What's something you've always wanted to try, but you've been too scared to do?
Oh, Coachella.
But now that she's the biggest artist in the world, she doesn't need Coachella, let's be honest. The rumors are she's taking the whole month of April. I don't really care about Taylor Swift, but if she's in the lineup, I'm gonna watch it, because I'm not gonna go pay $1,000 to go see her stadium tour or whatever. But if she's headlining Coachella, for sure I'm gonna watch it.
If you're not trying to mosh, if you're not trying to crowd surf, if you're not trying to lay it on the ground tonight, get the fuck out!
Coachella 2022, he even offered to play for free as a headliner. You know, the headliner usually gets between 5 to 8 million. Coachella did not want him. They're like, nah, not even for free, bro. He finally dropped Utopia, his first album in 5 years. And he wasn't at Rolling Loud in March. So March, because Rolling Loud decided to move the festival to March, the month before Coachella, they're like, we're doing Rolling Loud California, and we're gonna take all the hip hop artists. So then you look at the list of like who's not on the Rolling Loud lineup, that means that they have a chance to perform at Coachella. So you have Travis Scott, who dropped Utopia, he's not at Rolling Loud. What I noticed in the Coachella 20 Years in the Desert documentary is that everybody that got like a 5-minute piece.
Because the artists are so young, and they're coming with fashion, wealth, and with bravado, and this carefree aggression.
I want to see the fucking rage, Coachella.
Billie Eilish had like a little sequence.
I think the sense of discovery on the music side is really where we are as a culture and how we ingest music.
Blackpink had a little sequence.
We didn't expect anybody to even, know our music or anything, but we came in and everybody's like screaming, Blackpink in your area. That's just blowing our mind. Yeah.
And Travis Scott had a little sequence. Now, Billie Eilish came back in 2022 and became a headliner. Blackpink came back in 2023 and became a headliner. So I just have a big feeling that Travis Scott's gonna be one of the headliners. If he does perform, I hope he brings out Kanye. Kanye would be crazy, but we'll talk about him later in the video. So Rihanna coming to Coachella will be sick. She's never performed at Coachella. Can you believe that? Like Rihanna, she has performed at Coachella as a guest performer during Calvin Harris in 2016. Perfect way for her to come back to music is, boom, Coachella performance, and then release new music or release new music leading up to the performance. I don't know how it would work, but I think that'd be super sick. So this year at Coachella 2023, we had Bad Bunny become the first Latino headliner to headline Coachella. So we could have the first Latina, could be Shakira, could be Karol G, who just had one of the biggest tours. Now, SZA was one of the headliners at Camp Flog Gnaw. So Camp Flog Gnaw is ran by the same people that run Coachella. So the Golden Voice produces both festivals. And there is an overlap. People who play Camp Flog Gnaw, there's like a percentage of those artists make it to the Coachella lineup. Then we have Returning to the Desert, which is technically the fourth Coachella headliner. Now they added this in 2022. We had Swedish House Mafia Returning to the Desert. I feel so close to you right now. This past year we had Calvin Harris Returning to the Desert. So who is it going to be, the 2024 Returning to the Desert? The world is going through a lot of chaos right now. Zach De La Rocha could have the perfect platform to reach billions of people digitally to spread some kind of message. I mean, I've never seen Rage Against the Machine. They're just such a legendary band, like it would just be perfect. And then Golden Voice just produced a festival in October, which was Power Trip.
I actually like this better than Coachella. Less crowded?
It's less crowded, the atmosphere is just like better. I like that there's not too many stages and like too many things going on. It's just very straightforward.
And you don't have the the tent pumping, remember?
The Sahara tent? Yeah.
Gosh.
They saw how amazing and how well received Power Trip was. Like, why not try to bring Rage Against the Machine? Let me know your thoughts in the comments on if it's not Rage Against the Machine on Returning to the Desert. I think it could be Tiesto returning to the desert, maybe a David Guetta returning to the desert, and we always have to mention them, but we just have to mention them. It's Daft Punk returning to the desert, you know? If Daft Punk or Rage Against the Machine, but imagine how crazy the resale value of a Coachella pass if you had like Taylor Swift, Travis Scott, and Rage Against the Machine, or Daft Punk on the same lineup. Like the tickets would go thousands of dollars in the resale market. Now, Peso Pluma has been coming up, and he finished in the top 10 most streamed artists, taking Mexican music to levels that we've never seen before. Regional Mexicano, that's like the genre that I consume the most. He mentioned that his agent was working on booking him for Coachella, so he's pretty much guaranteed to be performing at Coachella. Now, is he gonna be a headliner? That's the questions that we don't know. But because we have the Returning to the Desert, we could do a Peso Pluma headlining just for like all the headlines, have him perform. But the day of the actual festival, you could have Peso Pluma, and then the Returning to the Desert, like a Tiesto, a David Guetta, or Rage Against the Machine, could play right after Peso Pluma, and then you give the Coachella goers a more generic, more well-rounded world artist that people recognize more, and you give the internet, you give the Latino culture, the streams and everything of a Peso Pluma headline. So that's the way I see it. It's similar to Blackpink last year. So Blackpink is more of a Gen Z artist, more of a younger crowd, more of an international audience. So they had Blackpink perform like at 9 p.m. and then they had Calvin Harris return to the desert, closing out the Saturday night. So you give both the internet its moment, and you give the people in the festival that don't care about Blackpink, but they do care about Calvin Harris their moment as well. So I think that's the way I see Peso Pluma headlining. Odessa had one of the biggest tours, 2022, 2023, the Last Goodbye tour. And they do have ties to Coachella because when they released the single that kind of launched that album, which was The Last Goodbye, was the song that was playing on the Arctic Dome. So they released that. They also were at Coachella last year doing a secret performance at the Do Lab last year. Odessa performed there. So the last time that Odessa was actually on the bill was in 2018, and they played right before Eminem on Sunday night. Like they literally were like at 9 p.m. at the main stage, and they had like a drone show. So it's been 5-6 years. They just had this amazing tour. I actually got to see them here at Acrisure Arena. Super sick. I think that could be somebody that could come in and headline, or maybe even a Returning to the Desert, Odessa. If we know Peso Pluma is gonna be at Coachella, then what other artists are gonna be pairing with him?
Hay por ahí, mi hermano Peso Pluma.
So for example, you want to give somebody that likes a certain type of music, you give them a Bad Bunny, so you put in a Rosalia, you put in Eladio Carrión. One of my sources told me that J Balvin is guaranteed to be at Coachella, so J Balvin.
Everybody, come on.
He's not gonna be a headliner, but he could definitely be the sub-headliner. And maybe he's pairing up with another big, like maybe, like I said, Shakira or Karol G coming back. You have El Alfa, Nicki Nicole, she was at Coachella 2022. She's actually dating Peso Pluma, so if Peso Pluma's there, you could bring her as well. More publicity for the festival, just saying. As well as Bizarre Rap. So Bizarre Rap was a Bizarre Rap performed at EDC Mexico, I believe. And it could be like a similar thing that Metro Boomin is doing. Metro Boomin last year at Coachella, you know, it's a producer that features some of the biggest artists. And you could have Bizarre Rap come in. He could bring out Nicki Nicole. He could bring out Shakira. He could bring out these type of artists and give it like a hip hop, but also like an EDM set at the Sahara or the main stage. I think that would be super cool to bring Bizarre Rap. And for Peso Pluma, you want to have some other regional artists. Rolling Loud Los Angeles, Rolling Loud California is bringing Junior H, Nathaniel Cano, Fuerza Regida, Chino Pacas. So that means all those artists can't play at Coachella. So now you have Peso Pluma. Who are you going to be putting in there? So you have Peso Pluma. I think Eslabon Armado is a big possibility. Yaritza y Su Esencia is a possibility. Grupo Frontera, I thought Grupo Frontera could have been a choice, but they're actually playing at another festival in Texas in March, and that's Besame Mucho, the Texas edition. And because of the radius clause, they can't be performing at the same time, so that rules them out. So maybe we could see like a Santa Fe Clan, Yaritza y Su Esencia. I could see maybe Panther Bellico coming back to the United States for the first time since he split up from Grupo Arriesgado. They actually posted that he's coming to touring 2024. That'd be a perfect way to get him out there. Panther Bellico, his first performance at a festival. That'd be pretty crazy. Aleman was actually opening up for Peso Pluma during his tour this year, so maybe Aleman as well. Tizo Touchdown. I think Tizo Touchdown, which was on the same tour as the Circus Maximus tour from Travis Scott. Tizo Touchdown was the opening act for that tour. As well as Tizo Touchdown was at Camp Floggnut as well. Like I said, some of those artists are coming to Coachella, and he's been getting pushed. He's bringing a lot of push in social media, so I think he's almost a lock. Another one that was at Camp Floggnut back in November was Ice Spice, and of course Ice Spice over the last 18 months has blown up. There's also a chance for Tyler, the Creator. So we were talking about Camp Floggnut earlier. Tyler, the Creator was, of course, that's his festival. And Tyler, the Creator hasn't performed at Coachella since 2015. He's won a bunch of Grammys. He could be somebody that could see coming back as a headliner. To be honest, am I going to be excited to see Tyler, the Creator? I don't know his music like that. Like, I haven't listened to him since like Yonkers. It's my own fault. I'm not saying I don't like him. I literally just haven't listened to his music. There's too much music these days.
I was just finishing the video, and then I realized I haven't talked about a few of the rumors that are circulating like Reddit and all these other sites, and that is the return of NSYNC. So NSYNC was rumored back in 2019. They were potentially going to be a headliner, but then Justin Timberlake had to get vocal surgery and they weren't able to perform. They were eventually replaced with Ariana Grande, and she brought out NSYNC without Justin Timberlake, and then they did a few songs. So there's a possibility, and that's one of the rumors. Justin Timberlake, one of the greatest performers, or you know, he's had a great artistic career. It would be cool to see like an iconic Coachella performance. Other rumors, we have Cardi B, who her last time was also at Coachella 2019, and she performed with a belly because she was pregnant at the time, so we didn't get a full Cardi B performance. As well as she's, you know, it's been 4 years. She has gotten bigger as an artist. We have Lil Uzi Vert, who dropped out of Rolling Loud. He was going to headline Rolling Loud California. Dropped out. He could be coming to Coachella with Travis Scott, or he could just be coming by himself. And I think either way will be a sick performance. Maybe at the closing at the Sahara 10. Like, imagine that would be insane. You would have to be there. I just have to be there at the Sahara. You also have rumors from like Peggy Gou. We have John Summit and Dom Dalla. They could do a collaborative like Fisher and Chris Lake had last year. Or they could do John Summit just sold out BMO Stadium. I don't know if that takes him out because of the radius clause. but then also I don't know. I would like to see John Sum is just like the biggest DJ right now, so it'd be super cool to get him at Coachella. I'm recording this the day after Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have some happy holidays. The lineup's about to drop. We'll be doing a first reaction. We'll be breaking down every single day on this channel. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is coming to Coachella? These are just some of the things that I researched based on the music that I know. Again, there's so much music from all over the world that I just don't even know what's like popular. I just know what I know. Let me know in the comments if you guys think these artists make sense to be performing at Coachella, as well as when the lineup drops, recommend me some artists, because I like to check out new music. I've discovered so much music going to Coachella. So thank you guys for watching this video. My name's Angel, and I'll see you guys at Coachella.